Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Krista Don One, and I am back with another video. If you're on the fence on which device to get to track your progress when you're working out, either a Nike FuelBand or a Fitbit, I have the answers to your questions, all right? I have recently purchased both of these particular devices, and I'm going to give you the pros and cons about the Nike FuelBand as well as the Fitbit. Now, let's start off with the obvious. Tracking, keeping up with your steps as well as your calories burned. I have to give the nod slightly to the Nike FuelBand, and here's why. With the Nike FuelBand, you get an accurate account of your steps, of your calories burned versus the Fitbit. Now, when you wear the Fitbit for a certain period of time, the Fitbit device itself will average you, depending on your workout sessions, an additional 100 to 200 calories burnt before you even get out of the bed. Versus the Nike FuelBand, you start off with 0 each and every time you slip the Nike FuelBand on. So I have to give the nod to Nike FuelBand. Also, when you're talking about tracking your steps, the Nike FuelBand is more precise and more accurate than the Fitbit. Now, with the Fitbit, the device itself is very sensitive, so it may be tracking your steps that you're taking, but sometimes it tracks the way your arm moves. If your arm moves a certain way, it counts that as a step. I have to give the nod to the Nike FuelBand when you're talking about tracking your stats as far as your steps and calories burned. All right. Now, the second thing I want to tell you about is when you're talking about communities, the Nike FuelBand is nowhere in the same arena as with the Fitbit. Now, with the Fitbit, you have to download an app. Well, you have to download an app for both devices. But with the Fitbit, the community is inside the Fitbit app itself. All right. It also has certain challenges you can join or create. You can add friends from the Fitbit community versus the Nike FuelBand. If you have friends on Facebook that work out like you, or if you're in a group on Facebook, that's the way how you can join the Nike FuelBand community. You have to have a Facebook account. So I have to give the nod to Fitbit, and it's a lot more convenient when you're talking about joining communities, and a lot more simpler with the Fitbit versus the Nike FuelBand. Now, when you're talking about durability, that is a plus when you're talking about these devices, and I have to give the nod to Nike FuelBand. The Nike FuelBand, I done had this band for like over 3 years, and it takes the licking and it keeps on ticking. Versus the Fitbit, this would be my second Fitbit I had to buy, because the Fitbit device itself is not constructed as well or as better than the Nike FuelBand. Now, both of these devices are waterproof, but you cannot swim in both of these devices, all right? I suggest you get a warranty for whatever device you pick up, because if you damage them and you don't have a warranty, you're shit out of luck, okay? But when you're talking about durability, withstanding the test of time, the Nike FuelBand is hands down built better and built more solid than the Fitbit itself, all right? Plus, when you're sweating and when you're working out, sometimes the sweat gets trapped in the Fitbit device itself. If you put it on, it doesn't matter if you put it on tightly or not. Sometimes there's sweat built inside the band itself, so sometimes you have to take it off in between workouts, all right? As well as, now when you're talking about the Nike FuelBand, you don't really necessarily have that problem. It fits squarely and firmly on your arm or on your wrist, okay? But at the end of the day, which one is the best bet? Which one is the better place and the better deal? Now, both of these devices can run you from the range of $200 to $300, all right? Me personally, you can't go wrong either way with whatever device you want to pick up, the Nike FuelBand or the Fitbit. Like I said earlier, if you're going to get these devices, pick up a warranty for both of these devices. Now, the Nike FuelBand, if you want a challenge, if you want a challenge daily, and if you want to know what you achieve and nothing is given to you, then I suggest you should go with the Nike FuelBand. But if you don't mind a challenge, and if you don't mind the Fitbit being off on tracking your stats, this, that, and the third, then go with the Fitbit. Either or, they're both good devices, but I would have to, me personally, I go for the Nike FuelBand because of the durability. And when I burn calories, it gives me an accurate stat of what calories I burned, what steps I have taken. Another quick story real quick. With the Fitbit device itself, it took me no time to get 10,000 steps. Once again, the Fitbit device is very sensitive. It tracks not only your steps, but it also tracks your arm movement. It took me no problem at all to get 10,000 steps from 7 in the morning to 12 in the afternoon. Versus the Nike FuelBand, it takes you most of the day. If you're not running or jogging, it takes you most of the day to get 10,000 steps. So that's why I suggest the Nike FuelBand is the way to go if you really want to challenge yourself. But guys, tell me what you think out there. Rate, comment, subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. It's your boy, I'm Chris the Don One, and I am out.